What is up, my Forex for Beginners family? Today is a very exciting lesson for me. Lesson 21, Mindset Chat. So, I don't know if you guys have all read this entire page, but I need you guys to read everything that I give you. A lot of people don't always like to read everything, and they kind of skim through stuff. And if you're that type of person, Forex may be difficult for you. But if you follow my directions and you read carefully, I'm going to absolutely fast track your learning, and you will have limited wasted time, and majority of your time spent will be working on a proven plan. And I'm going to give you that plan. But before I give you that plan, we're going to talk about risk management, and then we're going to talk about the trade plan that I'm going to give you. And then afterwards, we're going to briefly talk about the next lesson. I'm going to give you the actual strategy that you've been waiting for, and we're going to get there really soon. But right now, I need to have a serious talk about risk management and trade plan. And a lot of people, sadly, they don't develop a trade plan, and you could spend years trying to figure out developing a trade plan. But instead of that, I'm going to give you a trade plan, and you're just going to follow it, and you're going to do amazing. So let's get started. So here, this download link, I want you to click it. It starts this download here in the left here. It'll open up a document. I want you to print this out. Print it out because I want you to never forget this information. This is about controlling your emotions and following a trade plan. This is about your mindset. So today we're going to focus on mindset and trade plan. So when you click that download button, print it out like I said, and now we're going to actually go through it, because what that download is actually what I'm going to talk about right now. So let me just get a drink of water. Okay, so 1, develop a trade plan and practice it. Why? To be a successful trader, you must develop a trade plan and follow it with great discipline. 95% of failed Forex traders never develop a trade plan. I will provide you with a trade plan and strategy to practice. You will follow this trade plan. Please and thank you. 2, remove all possibilities of greed and fear from your mindset. Why? Students of Forex quickly realize they can make money fast with Forex. However, this strong emotion to make fast money becomes an addiction, also known as greed. Combine this with lack of chart analysis, results in larger high-risk trades. These large high-risk trades, due to lack of knowledge, results in the student trader fearing their stop loss being hit, because they will lose a large amount of money per trade. Many beginners stay stuck here for years, hoping to win big, but always in fear. Fear is the big battle. Fear and greed. So we're going to get rid of that. How? I said, let's continue. But I will not let that happen to you. In the situation described above is not Forex trading, but instead gambling. Hope is not a strategy. Placing large trades before learning chart analysis will keep you in fear. Fear will not allow you to let your chart analysis trade ideas play out. You need to let your trade ideas play out so that you can learn. All right? Don't fear your stop loss, control greed so that you can let your trades play out and learn. Remember that. Beginner traders must place small trades. remove fear of their stop loss, and must experience winning and losing trade ideas. This is how we learn and grow as traders. 100% chart analysis, trade idea testing, and confidence building. FYI, it feels great. Trust the process. 3. So we just went over, what was it? To develop a trade plan. And then we talked about removing all possibilities of greed and fear from your mindset. And now the next one, major one, is risk management. Okay, so let's read this. Always set a stop loss every trade. A proper trade plan will control risk and teach you to manage your account balance. Traders who fail to control risk every trade will not be successful in the long run. For now, I will create a trade plan and strategy for you to follow. So I'm going to give you this. Note, I will give you a risk management trade plan today. I will teach you to risk 15 to 20 pips max per trade and try to profit 2 to 5x or more. I'm going to show you in the next video or next lesson what this strategy I'm going to show you. I've been catching way more than 5x return, and I'm just going to show you how I've been doing it, and we're going to incorporate this trade plan and risk management and all of this. So just stay tuned. Okay, so a 3x risk to reward will be the goal. You will follow this trade plan until you reach $500 profit in your trading account. Demo account first, then live trading account. You can make a live trading account and it'll be your own risk. Everything I'm giving you is for educational purposes only. So I'm telling you to master this skill on demo, and then when you feel confident, you can choose to go live when you feel ready. That is up to you. Okay, so one other thing I want to mention here is I said I will teach you to risk 15 to 20 pips max per trade. So the goal is 20 pips. We're going to use the 4-hour chart. That's what I've been teaching all of you. On the 4-hour chart, we're going to risk about 20 pips per trade. And I'm going to show you how to find these setups where we risk 20 pips. But I want this to be your guide. Everything I'm going to give you from now on, it'll be your guide. I'm going to get you 98% there. The last 2%, you have to use your own judgment based on all the previous lessons that I've taught you. They've been, all those lessons that I wanted you to master, they've been for this one purpose, for you to accept this trade plan and make note of how to control your risk and then which setups to look for. This has been, all the previous lessons has been leading up to this point. So this is why I'm really excited to give you this information. And I really want you to focus on what I'm actually telling you right now. And I want you to print this out and reread it again afterwards. Anyway, so before I go too far, about creating a demo account. So give me a second and let me continue. So number 4 is join our private student group. So if you haven't already done so, join our private student group. If you've made it to this point, obviously you're very interested in trading Forex, and so let's just read it here. I have created a private student group so that you can learn with other beginners just like you. 100% free entrance after creating your TradingView account. I want all my students to post their charts from TradingView in the student group so that we can all give you feedback on your chart markup. So I'm building this big community of Forex traders. We study one Forex pair right here, Australian dollar versus US dollar. So I want all my students studying one Forex pair. By studying one Forex pair, you will understand the process of getting to know a single Forex pair. and understanding its unique movement. Everything you're learning about chart analysis right now, you can apply to other Forex pairs, but I'm telling you, every pair moves different, and it's different time frames, and you have to actually spend time and learn its movement and then recognize patterns, and then you can place trades. And so that's why I've had you guys focus on this one pair. No other trading group ever has done this before. I've forced you guys to focus on one pair so you guys can master one trade. I want you to be a master of one, not a failure of many pairs. I want you to be a master of one Forex pair. Just remember that. Every pair moves differently, and you need to learn the skill of mastering one pair before studying additional currency pairs. So I really want to drill that into your head. So TradingView is what we use to do our chart markups, our chart analysis, which is very important. You need proper charts with proper data. MetaTrader 4, we only use that to place trades, and we use a computer to place trades. We can monitor trades on our phones, yes, but we place trades and analyze on our computer. So I want you to remember that. So if you haven't got TradingView yet, click on this link. My students get a discount link because I send a lot of students to TradingView because they're the best for chart analysis software. And to join our student group, click on this link. The password to get into our student group is free. And when you join our student group, right now I have 130 people wanting to get into the student group, and some of them haven't filled in the free password. If you haven't filled in the free password, that means that you haven't made it to the higher levels of the training. So you haven't maybe made it to, at lesson 7 is when you can join the student group, and we're on lesson 21. And if you want to get into the student group, I need you to click on this link and then make sure you answer the questions, because one of the questions is the secret password. This is so I know that you've gone through the training and that you're taking it serious, because I only want serious people in my student group, and all my students are posting their charts, and it's an amazing environment in there. So I highly recommend you join. So okay, so that was my big mindset chat. We're done with that. I want you to click this download it, print it out, and never forget this. Read it over again. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2, this is what I'm really excited about bringing to you this lesson, and that is now download my 50 trade challenge risk management trade plan. Oh yeah, this was a long time coming. So click download, see here, it's down there, 50 trade challenge. It'll open up. This is it. Hit print, print it out. It's a 2-page document. Page 2, this is actually the trade plan, and I'll show you it in a larger view in a minute. But essentially, I want you to download. So what we did again, we clicked right here, risk management trade plan. I want you to follow this trade plan. This is how you ease into creating or trading larger position size. We want to control greed at the beginning and then slowly increase our trade size. So that's what the 50 trade challenge is going to be. So let me get a drink of water, and then we're going to go over this 50 trade challenge. Okay, so right here, this is what I was referring to. Anyways, so 1, open a demo account balance, same as your goal for live trading account. So let me read that again. Open a demo account balance, same as your goal for live trading account balance. So if your goal is to start a live account with $250, then practice demo trading $250, because trading a $20,000 account is a lot different than trading a $250 account. So I want you to just not waste any time and learn to trade the size of account that you're going to have when you start your live account. So I want you to take that serious. Your goal is to develop your trade plan and exit strategy. You must remove greed from the equation and follow my rules. Seek knowledge first, and the money will follow as a result of your new skill. So just take a minute and absorb that. We want to control greed. We want to practice a demo account exactly the same size as our goal for our live account, and we want to seek knowledge first, and the money will come after if you follow my 50 trade challenge. So quickly, I want to jump to MT4. Why? Because I said I wanted you guys to create a demo account the same size as your goal account. So I want to make sure you know how to do this quickly. Right now, I'm in MT4, I'm using Hugo's Way, but it doesn't really matter what broker you're using. We're going to use MT4 the same way. So right now, I showed you how to create an account on Hugo's Way, so I'm going to continue showing you how to create a demo account. So now that we're in MT4, say if your account balance on your current demo account is $230, who knows? It doesn't matter. I'm going to show you right now how you can quickly create a demo account to exactly the same size as your goal for live account. So go up here, go to File, and then go here, Open an Account. And so we're with Hugo's Way, so it says Hugo's Way Demo. So whichever broker you have, it should say some broker demo. So that doesn't matter as long as it says demo. So make sure it's highlighted in blue there, and we click on it and then hit, you should see some sort of ping message here, a number. That means it's connected. So we're gonna hit next here. And now right here, see it says new demo account. So make sure that circle is selected there. See it's new demo account, then hit next. And here you could essentially put in anything. It doesn't really matter what you put over here. So because it's just a demo account. We've already created our real live account, even our demo account. I've already shown you the proper process. Right now, we're just quickly creating a demo account, and so it doesn't really matter what we put here. So you could put, essentially, I'm just using a fake email. I'm using a fake name here. It doesn't matter. I already have my real account set up. Like I said, we're just creating a demo account. So here, right here, here's the important part, deposit amount. So say on my live account, it's gonna be $250. So I want you to start your demo account in the same amount. So $250 USD. I just entered it. For leverage, always maximum 1 to 500 or more. Right now, 500 is max. So we'll just leave it as that. And then just hit agree and hit next. Then here, so either take a picture of this or a screenshot, or you can copy and paste it. But anyways, this is the login info for your demo account. So here's your account number, your password, and investor password we don't really care about right now. So just make a note of these two right here. This is your new demo account with a $250 deposit. See right now here it says 230, so just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna hit, so I jotted this information down. I'm gonna keep it safe, but it's automatically gonna log you in when you hit finish. So hit finish and then look down here. See how it says 230? We're gonna wait for it to, our demo account to load. Boom, right there, it says 250. All of a sudden, we have a new demo account that says $250. So I'm gonna quickly just place a trade just to show you something. So if I go new order, you should already know how to do this. This is volume or lot size. I'm just gonna go 0.06 and I'm gonna go buy and hit OK. So see how it shows you my trade size here. So I'm gonna be teaching you to set a 20 pip stop loss. So 20 pips if we were buying. See how right here it's showing us 230. So right now, okay, I set it to 202. That's two. It says 200 pips, but it's actually pipettes. So this is why I'm telling you. So this is, say it says 200 this is pipettes, which is 20 pips. So I'm going to be teaching you to use approximately a 20 pip stop loss is our goal for the 4-hour chart. So, and after see how I just went to set a stop loss there. It brought up this because we created a new demo account. This is an option, one-click trading. I don't want you guys to select one-click trading because it just takes one extra step out of the process, and I want that step to be there when you're placing a trade, just so you don't accidentally place a trade. So whenever you create a new demo account or a live account, it'll ask you sometimes here about one-click trading. You just want to click cancel. Okay. Okay, give it a second. So here, so now because I hit cancel, it always, when I place a trade or move my stop loss, it'll always bring up this window here and ask me to verify what I'm doing. So that's why I canceled one-click trading. So that's the other thing I want you to be aware of. So essentially, that's all I wanted to show you in MetaTrader 4, how to quickly create a demo account and how to know how to, when you're setting a stop loss, right here, it shows you right here. It says 205 is our 205 is our stop loss in pipettes, but it's 20 pips. So just remember how to do that. So let me just quickly close this and get out of here because I want to talk about the rest of the 50 trade challenge. So step 1 was creating a demo account in the same size as your live account goal, and seek knowledge first and money will follow. Okay, so welcome to the 50 trade challenge. During this challenge, our goal will be to learn the skill of chart analysis, perfect our trade entry and exit strategy, learn to analyze our take profit and stop loss levels, and most importantly, control greed from interfering with the learning process by following my position size plan for the 50 trade challenge. By the end of this challenge, you will have rapidly learned the correct habits and avoid the pitfalls of 95% of the Forex traders in the industry. Do you accept the challenge? I'm hoping you do. Yes. Okay, let's start. All right, let me get a drink of water. That was a lot of talking. Okay, so I've created this 50 trade challenge for you. It's going to control your position size, and it's going to control your greed. You're going to have to follow these rules. So what are the rules? 1, trades are based on the 4-hour chart. So remember that 4-hour chart is what we're looking at. Max stop loss is 15 to 20 pips. I normally use 20. So we're going to use 20 as our goal, but like I said, I'm going to get you 98% there. The last 2% is you need to add a little bit of judgment based on everything I've taught you in the last 20 lessons, because no situation is ever the same in trading. You see certain patterns form and you recognize them, and you basically use judgment based on your chart analysis. So we're going to use 20 pips as our stop loss, but again, you're going to become your own trader by the end of this 50 trade challenge, and you're going to have your trade plan set, and that last 2% is you making that trade plan your unique trade plan. So that's the goal. Okay, so trades are based on the 4-hour chart. We're going to use a 20 pip stop loss. Our risk to reward goal is 2 or above. So you should be familiar with using the risk to reward tool. You could use Fibonacci to set your take profit areas. So you should know what your risk to reward is. So I'm going to show you how to look for entries, and then you have to use Fibonacci and what was the other thing? Fibonacci and the risk to reward tool. So use Fibonacci with the risk to reward tool, and that will give you your risk to reward. So our goal is 2% or above. Normally I'm going to show you in the next lesson, in the last 25 days, it was like 13x return. So 2x is nothing. I'm going to show you how I made like 13x plus, and by only taking 2 to 3 trades. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for you guys. Okay, so when you follow this trade plan I'm going to give you, we're going to start with the trade size 0.01. After 3 winning trades, increase your trade size as shown on page 2. So page 2 is going to be the trade plan here. I'll show you in a minute. But anyways, we're going to start at 0.01 for our trade size or lot size or volume. There's a few names for it. And after 3 winning trades, you will move up in trade size. So that's how we're going to control our greed. And we're going to promote learning and letting our trade play out. Okay, print out the 50 trade challenge. So this is the 50 trade challenge plus this instruction sheet. Print this out. Same as the other sheet I told you to print out. Have them by your desk, review them, read them, and then I want you to fill in with the pen or pencil as you take trades. And we're going to go through that in a minute. Okay, at the end of the challenge, step 6 was do not break the rules, all right? If you fail to be successful in this trade plan, I want you to strongly look at yourself and say, hey, did I follow this trade plan as instructed, or did I break the rules? Did I take trades that weren't recommended? I want you to take one trade and let it play out. I don't want you to take multiple trades, and I want you to treat this like a science experiment. That's why we have the trade plan I'm going to give you right here, this sheet. You're going to fill it out because I want you to follow it and treat it like a science experiment. And during that experiment, you're going to learn a lot. At the end of the challenge, you will be a skilled Forex trader with a strong mind. Okay, so print this out, and I'm going to switch to, this is a PDF document, so hopefully everyone's able to view a PDF document. You should be able to, but I'm going to open this document up in Excel. If you guys ever want this in Excel, I can send it to you, but not everyone has Excel. So this is the trade, I called it trade position tracker. This is what we're going to use to track your trades. So give me a second here. I'm going to have a drink of water. Okay, so up here it says trade 4-hour chart. So we're trading the 4-hour chart. Again, this is going to be for Australian dollar versus US dollar. This is only applicable to the Australian dollar versus US dollar. So here is 5 trades. If you have 3 winning trades, you can move up to the next level. So out of 5 trades here, we need 3 winning trades to move on to the next level. So I want you to remember that. And this is your volume or lot size. So this is when you enter in MetaTrader 4, your position size. You should know how to do that. We're gonna, for the next 3 to 5 trades, it's going to be 0.01. Once you have 3 successful trades, you can move up to the next level. So that's how we're going to follow it. Okay. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, so let's look at this example. So every one of these lines I have example. This is the trade size is going to be 0.01. This is where you're going to enter your information, just in this blank part here. So the white blank spots here, blank spot here, blank spot here. This is where you enter data, just there. So let's go back to our example. So that's the position size. And this is our, so it says stop loss in pipettes, because I showed you previously in MetaTrader 4 that it shows you our stop, when we drag our stop loss, it shows it in pipettes. Yes, it shows pips, but it really is in pipettes. So, and I showed you how to, in a previous lesson, if you're unfamiliar, how to measure your stop loss or how to convert from pips to pipettes, review previous lesson on what is a pip. Okay, so again, back to this example. This is our trade size. We're gonna risk 15 to 20 pips, which is 150 to 200 pipettes. So like I said previously, I normally do 20 pips. So we're gonna use 20 pips, which is 200 pipettes as our example. So when you're filling this chart, I want you, this is already gonna be filled in. I want you to fill in what your stop loss, when you take a trade, if you use 20 pips like I'm recommending, you're gonna enter here 200, okay? And then this column here is just a note for you. The math, there's a bit, I called it math note. So in order for us to figure out our stop loss dollar, so how much, what's the dollar value for a stop loss per trade? So when we enter a trade for this size and we risk, this size, we're risking 200, so our stop loss is 20 pips or 200 pipettes. To figure out our risk per trade, this is the math. So you go volume or lot size. So this volume is referring to this column. See how I labeled it volume? So if you go volume multiplied by stop loss in pipettes, so here again, our stop loss in pipettes, so volume, so basically we were going 0.01, multiplying it by 200, and this is the math, and then it equals $2. That should actually be, yeah, actually no, that's right. Sorry, I'm going to delete this. We're going to just look at our example. So example 0.01, we risk 20 pips, which is 200 pipettes. Here's the math, volume multiplied by stop loss in pipettes equals $2. And this is our stop loss dollar risk per trade. So this is the dollar amount. So when we place a, say we placed a buy, 0.01 lot size buy, we risked 200 pipettes, our stop loss would show a 200. So if our stop loss gets hit, our account would lose $2. That's what we want to know. I want you to know how to calculate your stop loss, and I want you to be aware of how much you're going to lose per trade if your stop loss is hit. This is your risk per trade. So $2 is your risk per trade, and this is the math on how to figure it out. So now that you have your risk per trade, let's move over to this column here. So it says risk to reward and potential profit. So how do we figure out potential profit? So our stop loss dollar amount. So we figured out that our stop loss dollar amount is 2. So stop loss dollar amount multiplied by risk to reward. So this risk to reward column, this is what you put in. So I'm going to need you to fill in this here, and this is based on what your Fibonacci and your risk to reward tool. So when you use Fibonacci and you set a take profit area, you should use your risk to reward tool, and it will tell you your risk to reward ratio. And like I said, our goal is 3x or 2. Our goal is 2x or higher. So that's our risk to reward. So any trade you take, you must have a risk to reward of 2 or higher. So in this example, I'm using 2, but really I'm going to show you our reward is a lot larger than 2. So if you go basically our stop loss dollar amount, so stop loss multiplied by risk to reward, which is 2 in our example, which we got from our chart analysis. So if you multiply these two, 2 times 2, it'll give you your potential profit. So if the risk to reward is risk to reward is 1 to 2, so that means for every dollar or every $2 I risk, I'm going to make 2x reward, which is $4. So basically 2 times 2 equals our potential profit. So $4. So enter $4 here as potential profit, and then after the trade is closed, I want you to log whether it was a win or a loss. And basically, once you complete 3 successful trades, then you can move on to the next level. And it's exactly the same, but now our position size is 0.02. So, and then you continue the same process. So I hope you understood that. I'm gonna go over it one time really quick again. So our example, our position size is 0.01. We're setting a 200 pipette stop loss. To get our risk, our stop loss risk dollar amount per trade, all we do is multiply volume times pipettes, and the math is here is $2. So that's how we get this amount. And if you want to figure out your potential profit, all you do is multiply your stop loss dollar amount by the risk to reward, and that'll give you potential profit. And then when the trade is closed, I want you to put win or loss. And that's it. So we're going to follow this chart. So every 3 successful trades, you'll move to the next level. You get 3 successful trades here, move to the next level. If you struggle at one of these levels, don't like, say if you get, 3 wins and, 3 losses, maybe if you're struggling in one of these, increasing your position size is just going to make you worry about your stop loss. So the whole point of this is to control your position size and let your trades play out. I want you to be aware of what your stop loss dollar amount is. I want you to be aware of what your risk to reward is and what your potential profit is. And I want you to log your win or loss. This is the way you're going to remove greed from the equation. I know you want to make large profits like people show you making online from Forex, and you can do that. But do you have the discipline to allow yourself to, allow yourself 1 year to just really master this? 1 year, and then you could essentially take a $50 or $100 or $200 account, and you could provide money for your family and yourself for the rest of your life by knowing this skill. So treat it with respect, follow the plan as I described it, and in the next lesson, I'm gonna give you my strategy that I'm super excited about. I've been testing it for a long time. In the next lesson, I'm gonna show you all the setups. It's one pattern and it's friggin' awesome. So I'm really excited about this. So that's pretty much the trade position plan. It'll control your greed. Let me jump back to this lesson here. So you're gonna click this button here, you're gonna download that, and now you're back at, here, let me see what it says. Now we're back at me telling you to watch this video. And in the next lesson, right here, bonus strategy next lesson. This is what all the previous lessons have been leading up to. And I'm super excited to release this to you. And this has been my gift to you. And it was something I wish someone gave me when I first started, because this training has essentially saved you years of following the scammers in the industry and I don't want you to take the shortcuts. Once you learn chart analysis, then you can be your own trader. Then you can make your own decision if you want to, follow any other trading ideas, because you understand chart analysis, and anything that someone says to you about any sort of tradable pair, you'll say, maybe, but let me check my charts. You will always know how to check the charts from now on. And I'm really happy that I've been able to share this with you. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please print out those 2 documents, and I'll see you in the next lesson when I release my strategy. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon.